Welcome back, my legends, and today we're going to talk about Mirage. Now, in Crypto's Town Takeover, I was thinking of talking about what possibly could have happened to Mila because I have some suspicions, but I decided to talk about Mirage because he has something very important that I want to point out. Now, he got an heirloom of a trophy of basically in the Winter Express, he explained how he won this award for being the most handsome competitor in the games.
Hey, man.
Oh, is that tonight? Tell me, did they already win for best all-around competitor in a battle royale based on skills, but mostly good looks? Wink. It's not like I haven't been practicing my acceptance speech. Wow, these things are really heavy. I'd like to thank my mother for my...
Now, here's the thing about Mirage. It's not confirmed, but I believe that Mirage is like one of the most popular legends in the game. And the thing about Mirage is that unlike the other legends, Mirage really cares about his fans. It's why we see in one of the trailers that he has all sorts of fan mail because Mirage really cares about the fans, like a lot. I'm guessing the other legends do care too, but not as much as Mirage. And here's the thing we know about Mirage. If you see my other videos about what happened to Mirage's family, just a quick explanation. Mirage's older brothers were IMC soldiers that disappeared during the war. We don't know if they're alive or dead. And also, Mirage's dad, we don't know what happened to him either. We don't know if he's alive or dead.
I sound like somebody's dad. I miss my dad.
But the saddest thing is that Mirage's mom, the person that Mirage grew up with, is now having some form of Alzheimer's dementia where she's forgetting who Mirage is.
Yeah, that's right, Mom. Yeah, I'm your son, Elliot. Yeah, of course, don't worry. I'll win for you today, always for my #1 fan.
Not only that, but there are other stuff that Mirage tells us in one of those little backstories where Mirage went to this kind of dating app or service, and he puts in there that, hey, you don't have to worry about my friends because they're all down 6 feet under. So Mirage doesn't really have any friends, which makes me wonder if they join the games or if he's talking about his brother. Either ways, Mirage is basically telling us that he's a very lonely person. So what is the whole deal with the heirloom? And here's the thing about every heirloom. Every heirloom has a backstory, as we know so far. Rave's heirloom represents hope. When Boy Walker gave Rave the heirloom, I figured that the heirloom is going to represent that, hey, if you want to find your answers, this thing will give you hope to find your answers. Like, somehow I'm guessing that Boy Walker, the person that gave her that kunai, gave her the strength to go find what she's looking for Boy Walker, and then she passed it on to Rave, so now she can find what she's looking for. So to me, the kunai represents hope. Bloodhound's hatchet heirloom represents the old ways and the new ways. So what it's telling us is that, hey, it's good to remember the old ways, but also you have to accept the new ways of doing stuff. So it's basically acceptance that, hey, things are going to change and it's okay to change with it. You don't have to get stuck in the old ways of doing things because time is going to move on with or without you. So it's okay to remember the past while accepting a brighter future. And then we get to Pathfinder's boxing gloves. Now, we don't have a story yet for Pathfinder's heirloom, but I've seen a lot of boxing movies and it's always the same thing if you think about it. It's basically about never giving up. And I think that Pathfinder's heirloom, I don't know if the boxing gloves belong to his creator or if the boxing gloves belong to like this group of family or a group of people that Pathfinder came across that he helped. And just when Pathfinder was thinking that, hey, what I'm trying to do is finding my creator, it's basically like finding a needle and literally a universe. So giving up would have been the easiest choice, but I think Pathfinder's gonna have like this some kind of boxing thing where he either boxes or he helps the person that he's helping or his creator box. We don't know yet. In the message message about the heirloom is going to be about never giving up and keep chasing your dreams. Next up is Lifeline's drumsticks. Now, here's the thing that we now know from the quest is that Lifeline says that she and her parents are not in good terms. In fact, she's basically saying that, hey, I want to kind of bring him to justice for what they did. So what my guess is that Lifeline's drumsticks is going to represent her. Actually, now that I think about it, I think that the whole heirloom thing is going to represent forgiveness. Maybe not forgiving her parents, but forgiving herself, because Lifeline feels responsible for what her parents did. Even though she's not at fault, her guilt is what's holding her back. It's basically a weight on her shoulders. The reason she joined the Frontier Corp is because she wants to pay back what her parents did. So I feel that Lifeline's whole thing is going to be a journey of forgiving herself. Even though she's done nothing wrong, because she's associated with her parents, she feels somehow responsible. So her journey is going to be about forgiveness. Now, the next person we're going to talk about is Octane. Now, his is kind of hard to pinpoint what exactly it's going to be about. I do have an idea and I wish they go with this, but because they admitted in the past that they want to keep their teen rating, I don't know if they will talk about this, but I think Octane's whole thing, actually now that I think about it, is going to represent self-control. It's very clear that Octane, I have made video about him, that he is a manipulating liar that is using Lifeline's feelings for him to get what he wants. But a lot of people have told me that, hey, it's possible that the reason Octane's like this is because of he might have a drug addiction. So his whole heirloom might revolve around the stems and how he needs to have some self-control and go out there and ask for help, because he clearly, I want to believe that Octane does have this problem and he clearly needs some help. And I'm hoping it's going to be Lifeline, the one that starts to tell Octane that, hey, please stop using those stems because you need help. So that's what I think. It could go either way, but now we have to talk about Mirage. Mirage's heirloom is honestly pretty sad, and here's why. Almost every heirloom is either given to somebody close to them. For Wraith, it was Voidwalker, basically herself, another version of herself where she fought back and gave Wraith the kunai to represent hope. The hatchet from Arthur to say, hey, I finally see the error of my ways. We can accept both the new ways and the old ways. Pathfinder's thing is going to, like I said, revolve around never giving up and chasing your dream, which is finding his creator. Lifeline's whole thing is going to revolve around forgiveness or forgiving herself that it's not her fault. Octane's, I'm hoping it does revolve around seeking help and self-control. And Mirage, what does his heirloom represent? And honestly, this is why I left it last, because I think it represents depression. He's very, very sad. Unlike the other heirlooms where I think they're going to be given to the legends, this heirloom was specifically made to be given to his mom.
Oh, this is just great. Mom's gonna love this. This is just great. Mom's gonna love this. Oh, this is just great. Mom's gonna love this. Wait, do I really sound like that? No wonder everyone loves me.
Unfortunately for Mirage's mom, I don't think she will ever get to see the heirloom. I think something bad is going to happen to her, and Mirage is going to be in a very dark state. And I also believe in that state that Pathfinder, his best friend, his job is going to be to get him out of that deep depression. And then from there, I think this is where my other theory came up, where Mirage will go on to save Crypto from his darkness. But point is that this trophy represents a lot of things. The whole point of this trophy is for Mirage to be remembered. He's hoping deep down that this trophy is going to help his mom remember who he is. That Mirage, Elliot Witt, is her son. And if you hear very closely, you can hear that Mirage is saying that, hey, everybody in the Outlands should have a trophy like this.
I can't get enough of this. Everyone should have one. It should be a law.
Mirage is not only afraid of being forgotten by his mom, he's also afraid of being forgotten by his fans. Because of the whole situation with his mom, Elliot thinks that maybe one day he will just be forgotten. Everybody would just stop caring about him. And here's the thing, I don't think the writers are going to give him a really sad, depressing story. But what's going to happen is that I think Mirage is going to be in a very, very dark state if something happens to his mom, which I think will. And there's going to be one person that can pull him off from this darkness, and it's going to be Pathfinder, Mirage's best friend. I think Pathfinder is going to be the one that opens his eyes and show Mirage that, hey, you're not alone in this. I am your friend. We are your friends. We're here for you. And so Mirage's Heirloom, I think, is going to represent keep moving forward. So yeah, my legends, that'll do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you on next time. Peace.
Inchworm, measuring the marigolds. You and your arithmetic, you'll probably go far. Inchworm, measuring the marigolds. Seems to me you'd stop and see how beautiful they are. Seems to me you'd stop and see how beautiful they are. Seems to me you'd stop and see how beautiful